My dear child, when life rejected you, it was just a scene behind the curtain. God was saving you from a darkness that could have swallowed your destiny. You thought it was rejection, but it was divine protection. What you thought was defeat was actually God's hand pulling you away from a path that would have exhausted your soul. Even in your tears, He was holding you, shielding you from unseen storms. Every broken dream, every closed door, was a divine sign. My child, this is not for you. It could have led you astray. God never rejects, He only protects. When people left and loneliness knocked on your heart, that silence became your sacred space. In that quiet, God was whispering to your soul, I'm here, and I will never leave you. Sometimes, God answers our deepest prayers with a no, because He sees that what we cling to is leading us into darkness. It wasn't rejection, it was His rescue. You wept for the doors that closed, not knowing God saw danger waiting behind them. He didn't let you walk through, because He wanted you to weep now rather than be wounded forever. When you were breaking, you were actually being shaped. Every rejection, every separation, every silence was pruning your life so only what was meant for your purpose would remain. When everything stopped and the heavens fell silent, that was when God was the closest. He covered you in His light and protected you from the fire that could have consumed your soul. The path you wanted may have brought comfort, but it would have robbed your spiritual growth. God didn't reject you, He gave you a chance to grow from within. Even your breaking had a plan. Even your weeping became worship. Every loss you felt was God saying, you are worthy of more. Just wait and trust. When you asked, God, why not me? Heaven replied, because I know what you don't. I'm saving you from something that would steal your light. They left you so that you could find yourself. Relationships broke so your connection with your soul could grow stronger. God trimmed everything around you so only what lifts you higher would remain. Every rejection was a love letter from God. I have chosen you. But your path is different. The world may not see your worth, but in my eyes, you are precious beyond words. You cried, but your soul was being refined. What you called loss, God called protection. This path is leading you closer to the truth, and beyond it lies only light. Sometimes God isolates us so that His voice becomes clearer. He removed the noise, the people, the clutter so He could say to you, you are mine, and I am your guardian. Do not think God is silent. He speaks in your patience, in your broken voice, and in the emptiness that only He can fill. The place you wanted to stay may have offered comfort, but God wanted to give you power. So He removed, delayed, and refined you through fire. Every rejection was protection for your future. Every door that closed was blocking something that would have crushed your spirit. You are preserved because in God's eyes, you are chosen. Every time you broke was a step toward liberation. Every tear was an offering. God was preparing you for a sky where only truth, love, and peace exist. In the eyes of people, you failed. But in the eyes of God, you were purified. He melted you to mold you because you're now being prepared for something only you can do. Your tears weren't wasted. From every tear, God built a bridge, one that will carry you to the other side, where your soul will dance in joy. The one you loved and lost behind, that was God's hand. He removed them because they would have become a shadow over your light. God knows who will lift you and who will let you fall. That's why He removed what He did. Even if it arrived in the form of pain, it was always for your good. The emptiness in your life was simply preparation. God is coming to fill it Himself. What you lost was a thorn on your path ahead. There are only blossoms. Sometimes the greatest blessing is the one we never asked for, the one that arrives through loss, but opens a gate to divine joy. God didn't take it away to hurt you, he did it to heal you. He didn't allow it to break you, but to birth the next chapter of your spiritual awakening. What you thought was abandonment was a rescue mission. Heaven reached down and said, "Not this one. They are mine. Their purpose is too precious to waste." Rejection didn't reduce you. It refined you. It made space for what is eternal and sacred. What left your life was never greater than what is about to enter. You're not empty, you're being prepared. You're not lost, you're being led. God isn't far, He is just rearranging your world so it can carry His glory. Sometimes God has to strip you of everything so you discover that He was your everything all along. The pain was the passage and the promise still stands. When you thought life was breaking you, God was actually bending you toward purpose. The pressure wasn't punishment, it was preparation. They didn't walk away, they were removed. Not because you weren't worthy of love, but because your spirit was too valuable to be drained. God didn't let it work out because He heard the conversations you didn't. He saw the traps before you stepped into them. What you thought was delay was divine construction. God was building your foundation deeper because your future will rise higher. God isn't behind schedule. He is ahead of danger. That's why He slowed your journey so you'd be safe, not just successful. When it felt like everything was being stripped away, God was uncovering the real you, the one ready to rise without approval or applause. Some doors are slammed shut not because you were unworthy, but because your worth is far beyond what was behind them. What hurt you was never meant to hold you. God allowed the pain so it could push you toward purpose. You didn't lose time. You gained wisdom. Every detour had divine fingerprints, every silence had sacred meaning. The delay you hated became the space where God protected your name, your calling, and your future. That season of loneliness wasn't isolation. It was sacred insulation, God wrapping you in silence so He could speak destiny. When nothing made sense, heaven was still writing your story. God never pauses without purpose. You prayed for elevation, but God first sent excavation. He dug deep into your soul so what grows next will never wither. What didn't grow was never supposed to. You weren't blocked, you were being positioned for something far greater. Sometimes rejection is God saying, "You are worth more than this lesser version of love, success, or belonging." He didn't let them stay, because their presence would cost your peace. God is protective of His vessels. What you called a breakdown, God called a breakout. You had to be emptied so He could fill you with what is eternal. That broken connection was heaven's redirection. What left created space for what is holy to enter. You are not waiting in vain. The waiting is where God is building what your hands could never make alone. He didn't let you blend in because you were born to stand apart. Setbacks are signs of sacred selection. The storm that overwhelmed you didn't drown you. It washed away what could never walk with you into your next. They said no. God said, "Now watch what I will do." Every human rejection echoes with divine intention. You were never abandoned. Heaven simply pulled you aside to reveal what eyes couldn't see and hearts couldn't hold. The silence wasn't punishment. It was God removing the distractions so your soul could finally hear Him clearly. Even when you lost everything, you didn't lose His hand. And if His hand is still on you, then nothing truly left. That disappointment didn't delay your destiny. It prepared you to carry it with character, not just confidence. God took it from your life because it couldn't survive in the climate of your calling. There's nothing wrong with you. What broke had to, it wasn't strong enough to walk with where you're going. The closed door didn't reject you. it revealed who you are without needing access, applause, or affirmation. You weren't passed over. You were set apart. The silence of the season is the sound of heaven working in secret. Get ready, everything that was meant to destroy you is being turned around for your good. The enemy's plan is failing right before your eyes. What was meant for harm, God is flipping into favor. Your best days are not behind you, they are rising up ahead of you. You may have faced setbacks, but none of them can stop the comeback that's unfolding in your life. The attacks were real, but so is your resilience. The enemy's strategy has collapsed. Now, breakthroughs, peace, and elevation are being released into your future. The storm was strong, but your destiny is stronger. Every weapon formed against you has missed its target. You're walking into a season of divine recovery, clarity, and peace. The plans of darkness have been crushed, your light is rising. All the delays, disappointments, and detours were only a setup for a greater launch. The enemy hoped you'd give up, but you stood tall. Now, God is preparing a table for you in the presence of every force that tried to block you. The tide is turning in your favor. The trap that was set for you has become the platform that will elevate you. You are stepping into doors that no one can shut. Every sabotage attempt has failed. What's ahead is filled with new joy, love, and stability. You're entering your best days. Every hidden scheme is being exposed, dismantled, and rendered powerless. You are surrounded by divine protection and powered by grace. The road ahead is filled with victories the enemy cannot touch. Walk boldly, you are moving into better. The things you thought were breaking you were actually making you. Nothing the enemy tried has succeeded. Instead, they've only sharpened your discernment, refined your purpose, and ignited your strength. You're on the edge of a divine upgrade. What's coming to you is greater than what left. The loss was loud, but your restoration will be louder. The enemy's whispers of fear and defeat are being silenced by waves of breakthrough and blessings. The future is unfolding in your favor. Every mountain you faced, every battle you endured, it's all leading to a season where the pressure turns to praise. The enemy's tactics are failing, and divine alignment is taking over. You've survived the fire, now comes the refining glory. The setbacks were real, but your comeback is supernatural. The enemy's plan to exhaust you has backfired. You are being renewed, revived, and realigned with your higher purpose. You are not finished, this is just your beginning. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. The attacks against your mind, peace, and purpose are being shattered. You're walking into a season where favor surrounds you like a shield. The enemy's voice is silenced. Victory is yours. The delay was not denial, it was divine timing. What the enemy called a dead end, God is using as a detour into your destiny. The plan has shifted in your favor. Doors are opening. Breakthrough is happening. Your best days are right in front of you. The pressure you've endured didn't break you, it birthed something unshakable within you. The enemy failed to stop your purpose. You are stepping into a new era marked by power, peace, and prosperity. You are rising from every pit the enemy pushed you into. Not with bitterness, but with boldness. Not with pain, but with purpose. God has flipped the script. What was against you is now under you. You're walking tall into destiny. Every curse sent against you is returning to the sender. You are protected, chosen, and rising. Your steps are ordered and your future is bright. The opposition was fierce, but your faith is fiercer. The spiritual battles you've fought in secret are producing visible victories. The enemy is losing ground. Your prayers have power. Your vision is returning. and your path is being cleared for breakthrough after breakthrough. The enemy tried to break your spirit, but instead, your spirit became unbreakable. You're not just surviving, you're about to thrive in ways that will silence every lie spoken against you. This is your season of divine reversal. You are coming out of this with more than you lost. The enemy underestimated your endurance and overlooked your faith. Now, blessings are coming in waves. Your future is bright, your soul is strong, and your time is now. What you're walking into was once blocked by the enemy, but not anymore. God is clearing the way. You're about to see open doors, divine connections, and sudden answers. The opposition has expired. Your elevation begins now. You stood strong through the storms, and now the reward is arriving. The plans against you have been crushed. The pain is giving way to peace, and the chaos is turning into clarity. You're entering into the overflow. The enemy's assignment against your joy has been cancelled. Your spirit is rising. Your strength is returning. Every tear is being turned into triumph. You are stepping into your greatest testimony yet. Everything that tried to break you is now beneath you. Your faith is rising, your path is clear, and your purpose is unfolding. What the enemy tried to destroy is now being used to define you. The enemy tried to plant fear, but you're producing faith. You're moving forward with power and clarity. Every crooked path is being made straight, and what's ahead is full of hope and harvest. There is no chain strong enough to hold a chosen soul. The enemy's grip is broken. You're walking in freedom, authority, and divine favor. The future has been rewritten and it looks glorious. The enemy's attack was supposed to take you out, but it only made you wiser, stronger, unstoppable. Your destiny has momentum. Your victory is near. The rest of your story is filled with miracles. You have survived what was sent to destroy you, and now you will thrive in ways you never imagined. The resistance couldn't stop your rise. Everything the enemy meant for evil is being turned into elevation. The enemy planned defeat, but you've chosen determination. You're not going back, you're moving forward with confidence. The season of pain is passing. A season of power and promise is beginning. The shadows tried to hide your light, but your light cannot be hidden. The enemy lost the battle for your mind, your peace, and your purpose. You are walking in grace that overflows and strength that never runs dry. The plans against you have been demolished. What lies ahead is joy unshaken, peace unbreakable, and strength undeniable. You've been through the fire and come out refined. Get ready for favor to find you. You've walked through darkness, but now you shine brighter than ever. The lies, sabotage, and battles couldn't stop your destiny. You're stepping into a new chapter where everything changes for the better. You don't need to worry about your next step. Just put your trust in me and keep working sincerely. I have already chosen the right people and places for you. Even when life confuses you, don't be afraid. I am with you in every decision, at every turn. You are never hidden from my sight. I have seen your tears and heard your silence. I know what you feel. I never leave you alone. Your life is a part of my divine plan. Every challenge, every delay is a path within that plan. Everything will become beautiful in my timing. When you are tired, rest your head on my shoulder. When you're afraid, hold my hand. I am your source of peace. I accept you as you are. My grace remains with you always, no matter the circumstances. You are precious to me. Your journey, your struggles, I see it all. You will feel my presence in every step. I know what is in your heart. The desires I planted, I will also fulfill. Just stay close to me wherever you go, I will walk with you. You will never be without my presence. My love is unshakable. I have drawn the map of your life. Every turn, every pause is arranged by me. Just walk patiently and faithfully. Even if you wander from the path, I will bring you back. You can never go too far for me to reach you, because I love you. Every effort you make is known to me. I see the sincerity of your heart, not just your actions. I know what you're afraid of. But when you trust in me, there is no room for fear. Do not compare your journey with others. I have created you uniquely and crafted a special path for you. Walk it with devotion. When you feel like everything is over, know that I am beginning something new. An end for you is a beginning for me. Every door that closed, did so by my will. What you need, I will give in my time and my way. Everything that has entered your life is under my watch. Every experience is meant to bring you closer to me. Even in the noise of the world, I am calling you. Just pause for a moment and listen to my gentle voice. Every chapter and every turn in your life is under my vision. What you cannot see, I see clearly. When you fall, I am ready to lift you. You are mine, and I will never let you fall beyond my reach. Your patience is part of my plan. Waiting is not in vain. Every moment, I am preparing you. There is a strength in you that even you haven't discovered yet. Now is the time to realize it. No matter how many times you fail, I will not stop loving you. My love is not based on success but on your soul. I have heard every prayer. Some I will answer immediately, others at the right time. But none go unanswered. What you can't understand today will be clear tomorrow. Then you will thank me for this path. I created you with a special purpose. You are an essential part of my work. I cherish your efforts. As you move forward, I bring you into greater light. I am with you in every decision. Just walk selflessly, I will take care of the rest. No matter how far you've gone, my arms will always call you back. You are part of me, and my mercy is upon you. In my eyes, you are complete. The flaws you see are possibilities in my hands. You are a miracle of my plan. Your existence has deep meaning. And I will surely lead you to that meaning. The enemy thought the battle broke you, but all it did was forge you in fire. Every tear, every prayer, every moment you stayed faithful, God saw it all. And now, He is turning your pain into purpose. He laughed when you fell, but He didn't realize that fall was your setup for a rise like never before. You cried, yes. You questioned, yes. But you never let go of God, and now He is turning the page. The storm didn't destroy you, it trained you. You weren't buried, you were planted. And now, what the devil thought was your end will be the beginning of something only heaven could write. He thought you'd break. But you bent and came back stronger. Your prayers echoed in heaven, and your faith shook the gates of hell. Now comes the part where God vindicates you. The enemy underestimated the fire inside you. He thought the storm would drown you, but it baptized you instead. You didn't just survive, you were transformed. Now watch what God does next. They counted you out, but God never did. You clung to Him in the silence, in the pain, in the nights no one saw. And now, He is about to reward your endurance with restoration. Your tears weren't wasted. Your silence wasn't forgotten. Heaven heard your cries and hell feared your prayers. You were being refined, and now the season of revealing is here. What the devil meant to use against you, God is about to use for you. The attacks didn't cripple you, they crowned you. This is the season where heaven fights on your behalf. The pit was deep, the pain was real, but your spirit stayed anchored. And because you didn't give up, God is about to lift you higher than the enemy ever imagined.